talking with Mike from Premier Pet Supply. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you, Priya?
I'm well, thanks. You know, the one thing we've been talking about is all this great weather. You might want to keep your pet outside for a few hours during the day in a shady spot, perhaps. But you also want to make sure your pet's safe. What can you do?
So the best things to do are to make sure that they are tethered somehow so they don't get too far away from the house and where you guys are hanging out. And obviously it's been really, really hot. So we want to make sure no one's leaving their pets outside in this really hot temperature, unattended or without cool shade like you mentioned, or a lot of cold, fresh water that they have access to. But there are ways that, you know, we can let the dogs out that are conventional, that have been around forever. Those are with cable tie-outs. And these are just aircraft cable that are kind of encompassed with a plastic coating that keeps it from weathering over time.
Okay.
The thing is, these are great because they don't kink up like a conventional chain will.
Yeah.
The chain can get wrapped around the dog's leg, and it can be something that can cause injury. And they're not ideal. So these are smoother, less likely to cause injury.
You know, my aunt has a vegetable garden, and that is a constant fight between her and the dog. Just stay out of the vegetable garden.
It is. So there are options for that, surprisingly enough. You and I talked about the in-ground fencing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
In-ground or invisible fencing is just a wire that's placed under the ground. We have kits that you can do from home. PetSafe makes a great line of these. And basically all you're doing is burying the line 2 inches or right underneath the sod level around the perimeter of your yard. These do use like a static, some people will call it like, you know, almost like a shock to the dog, but it's one of those things that you train the dog on it properly and you train them the right way, you'll never even have to worry about it at a certain point, even using the collar. The dogs learn the basic boundaries of the yard very, very quickly.
Is that shock painful?
They're going to feel it. It's one of those things that it's a matter of safety for the dog and allowing them more freedom to roam. So there's a bit of a trade-off. So, you know, a lot of people will debate that. You know, admittedly, I've used one for my dog, and when I trained her as a puppy, she felt that one time, and she responded to the flags around the boundary. She never had to even be. I never even worried about her ever again after that.
Okay.
She loves running around in the yard. She goes from the front to the back, which is great.
Yeah, and you mentioned find a shady spot, have some water out there, but your dog can enjoy the great outdoors, if you will.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm dating myself, but who let the dogs out? Boop, boop.
Well, with all these great tools, you can be the one to let the dog out.
Thanks, Mike.